That's Cheryl Crow on Ann Arbor's 1071. Every day is a winding road, and sometimes those winding roads lead you to the Kroger on 400 South Maple in Ann Arbor. We are out here standing outside live, broadcasting live outside the Kroger, freezing for a reason. It is Rockin' for the Hungry 2023. We are trying to raise 1 million meals for food gatherers, and food gatherers do so much for the Washtenaw County communities that they serve. And one of those communities is in Manchester. And so we've got with us Carol Wotring. She's the executive director of the Manchester Community Resource Center for about a year. Congratulations on your first year, and thanks for being here, Carol.
I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad to have you here. How does the Community Resource Center in Manchester work with food gatherers?
Yeah, so the Community Resource Center is a community-based human services agency, and we work with people on food and financial security.
Okay.
So our mission is to connect people to resources that improve their lives, and what better or most basic resource is food.
Right.
So, so yeah, we've been partnering with food gatherers for over 12 years.
Okay.
They deliver food to us twice a month.
Oh, I see.
And last year, they provided over 19,000 pounds of food to the
Wow.
Manchester Community Resource Center.
Wow.
That's equivalent of 16,000 meals.
Holy cow.
And 95% of that was at no cost to the Community Resource Center.
Wow.
So just because it's free to us
Right.
doesn't mean that it's free for food gatherers. And they're having
Right.
to purchase so much more food this year because of the increased need. And that's why we're here.
Right. Yeah. And, and the need is increasing and inflation is increasing. And so, and for every dollar you give during Rockin' for the Hungry, that buys 4 meals. So, I mean, that's really going to help out some of those folks that you're talking about. Does food gatherers help out in ways other than food?
They absolutely do. In the beginning, they helped us to establish our open choice food pantry.
Okay.
And they've helped us with food safety so that we can provide a nice, safe product.
Right.
But recently, in the last year, they helped us to secure an $85,000 TFAP Reach and Resiliency grant. Now, TFAP is the Emergency Food Assistance Program, which is a federal program. And that grant allowed us we partnered with Aiden Milan, another pantry in the area. And they purchased a van, and we share that with them, and it allows us to deliver groceries to people out in rural areas that can't get to the food pantry either because of mobility or transportation issues.
Wow. Okay. Honestly, I did not know that. I thought it was just food, but they helped you get a van too.
Yeah,
that's really amazing. So, if folks in Manchester, in the Manchester community, need help specifically from the Manchester Community Resource Center, what can they do to get help?
Lots of ways to contact us. You can call us at 734-428-7722. They can email us at info@manchestercrc.org.
Okay.
We have a Facebook page. You can direct message us through that. You can even text us. We have a cell number that's 734-433-6707.
That's wonderful. Give that number one more time, please.
The text number is 734-433-6707.
Excellent. And so, you help so many people in the community. You must hear stories about how these folks are being helped. Do you have any stories about that?
First, I just want to tell you, so we have seen an over 40% increase in demand for our services in the last year from last year.
40%?
40%,
oh,
yeah.
That's too high.
Just did the numbers yesterday.
Yeah.
We our weekend kids meal, now we have a program that we do meal kits for kids who experience food insecurity on the weekends when they're not at school.
Sure.
That program we're serving more students than we've ever served before.
Wow.
So just this last year, a family came to us, actually referred by the social worker at the school, and it was a large family from one of our townships. And they had been relying on on free food from the school during the pandemic, but when that ended earlier this year, they they started using their credit cards to buy food and going into debt to buy food for their family. So so once they got hooked up with us, the kids began receiving the weekend kids meals. The parents began shopping in our food pantry. And as we got to know them a little bit, we realized that there were some other state programs that they were eligible for. And so they were able to apply for those and get those. So the family is much more food secure now
Okay.
and not using those credit cards to buy food for the family.
Yeah, isn't it something that, like, everybody needs it,
Yeah,
right?
right.
And about how, like you said, you can go into debt having to buy food for your
Yes,
family.
right.
That's just not
No.
that's not how it should be.
Yeah.
So, but so it's unfortunate that we have these problems. But I'm so glad that folks like the Manchester Community Resource Center are out there to help, and Food Gatherers helps you do that. And Carol Wotring, thank you so much for coming out today and for helping us raise
Thank
money
you.
with Food Gatherers. And we hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. It's
Yeah,
been my pleasure.
go to foodgatherers.org/rockin', and you can help out folks like Carol and the Manchester Community Resource Center. You can also just come by and see us at the Kroger at 400 South Maple in Ann Arbor. My face isn't working because I am freezing for a reason. We are rocking for the hungry live in person at Kroger, 400 South Maple in Ann Arbor. This is the Killers. It's Ann Arbor's 107.1. All right.
Yay.